Okay, Rae-man. Good morning. Thought I would at least start off by giving you a face to go with the name. My name's Rob Doach, Longshot 83 on the Honda forum. Bought a set of your boxes a couple months ago. Very excited about that. And let me just preface this by saying, thank you so much for undertaking this. As one guy doing this is essentially a cottage business, massive undertaking, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, I know with version 1.1 of anything, you're going to have your bugs, so hopefully we can work through this and get things sorted out. Have the bike here. It's an 83 750. Pretty much engine is running gear wise is completely stock. It has had the oil line mod, the 3-wire fix, and all the other typical mods you'd throw at them just to make them more rideable. Have a good set of red label boxes. That is what I've been running on. Got the bike already warmed up, so I'm just going to key it on here and we'll start it up. And we get fairly good stable idle around 1,000 RPM. And if I roll on the throttle, just kind of gently bring it up past through 2,000 to 3,000 RPM. Comes up good linear. Revs up just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this down. Just key it off. And then I have your set of boxes here. Now I've got the access cover off just so you can see what it is. I'm not running any jumpers currently. Little note, maybe you might want to include a little bag of jumpers. When you sell the boxes, I had to raid my old supply of computer PC parts to find some jumpers for it. I do have the auxiliary ground hooked up to a good ground source, I believe. I'm going to set the camera down here for a second and unplug the old boxes and put the new ones in. So I can get the camera down in a good spot where it'll behave. That'll work nicely. There's one. There's two. Okay, we're all hooked up. Key back on again. Kick it over. Again, starts up, idle's fine, but if I roll on, it's just that little bit of hesitation right there. Once you get up in the RPM range, yeah, pretty much anything 2,000, 3,000 on up, it's pretty stable. But yeah, it's just, and this, I don't know, for some reason when I've got it in gear and I'm going to ride it and I'm going to take off, it gets amplified, and I've stalled it, 1 or 2 times, especially on hills. Yeah, and occasionally you'll get a little backfire out of it. See if I can get it to pop. There's a little flip right there. So anyway, that's my issue. Other than that, they really run great on the road. 2,000 up, it pulls hard through all the gears. I started using it in the setting with the 3 additional degrees of advance. Really seemed to run great. But it's just that little blip at takeoff. You had said about finding some with a PIC programmer. I'll attempt to see if I can find somebody. I do have a couple friends that kind of work in the old, I know I have one guy that kind of restores old video games and pinball machines. I don't know, possibly he may have one, or I'll just kind of Facebook around and see who I can find. But anyway, give me your thoughts. If you want me to go out and ride it, I do have an old GoPro that I could hook up and do like a ride video, and you can kind of see, I can point the camera at the gauges and you can kind of get an idea of what it's doing while I'm riding. I might not be able to do that today because I've got to go to work later, but if you want it, let me know. Thanks very much, Ray, and we'll be in touch.